Hello everybody, my name is Flacos the Great and welcome back to Flacos Fun World Podcast. Now guys, do you want to know something really cool? My number one episode on this podcast is the origins of Siren Head that I did. With almost 200 views on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, this episode has grown exponentially. And it has been getting me tons of more followers on the podcast just for doing the origins of Siren Head. Siren Head, people. So I truly am thankful and grateful for your guys' support and that you truly loved my Siren Head episode about the origin of Siren Head. Which is why in today's video, I decided to do yet another origin. It may not grow. We don't know, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And we're doing yet another popular horror character from Monster Wiki. You know him. You may not love him. His name is Cartoon Cat. You guys already know. You see the picture. You see the title. We are doing the origins of Cartoon Cat. This man, he strikes fear in the hearts of man. There's just something about Cartoon Cat that nobody knows about. Well, how about we talk about his origins? How exactly did he become what he is today? And is he truly evil? And what's his motives? And is there a way to stop him? Again, a special thanks to Trevor Henderson for creating such an awesome urban legend Cartoon Cat. He is the GOAT. He is awesome. I mean, he made Siren Head and he also made Cartoon Cat. So let's dive into this episode and learn about the origins of Cartoon Cat. So, what do we know? Well, his name is Cartoon Cat. What type of creature is he? Well, we know him to be a supernatural man-eater. Well, hopefully that made you feel a little bit better. The species is a supernatural entity. Oh, that's great, you know what I'm saying? And his intelligence is sapient. And his habitat is in abandoned diplomatic buildings. And is he good or evil? Oh, he is flat out evil. Like purely evil. Honestly, that really just tells you who Cartoon Cat is. But there's still so much we need to know. So let's hop into it, shall we? So we know that Cartoon Cat is a horror urban legend created by Canadian horror artist Trevor Henderson, also known as Slimy Swamp Ghost. At Slimy Swamp Ghost. You should follow him. So, Cartoon Cat's appearance is similar to that of a 1930s cartoon cat, hence the name, but has no resemblance to an actual feline. He is thought to be most similar to an old cartoon Felix the Cat. Cartoon Cat is all black in color with cartoony features such as a large, dilated eyes and his big white cartoon gloves, except for his very realistic looking teeth, which are crooked and yellowed, and often stained with blood, either from his victims or from clenching his teeth so hard causing his gums to bleed. Most sightings note that the lack of a tail or feet with the legs ending in blunt points. Though his creator describes him as malleable, he's often seen as described above, with just a few changes with some sightings, such as having feet that are simply shoe-shaped with no toes. That is a frightening... Sorry. But that is a frightening description. So imagine you're just sleeping or you go into an abandoned building because your friends dared you to. You see a creature that looks exactly what you see on the picture. He may not be so nice now, is he? What is it with like cartoons being like always evil? Like they're always evil. Like, I mean, if you think about it, we got like Amanda the Adventure, we got like Bendy, Poppy Playtime. I mean, all these cute things are like the nightmares of all people. So it's like, why? But how about we talk about the history or the biography of Cartoon Cat to truly know what we are dealing with, okay? Let's hop into it. Cartoon Cat originated from the image posted online by horror artist Trevor Henderson on August 4, 2018. In the image, we view the inside of an unknown abandoned building looking at the doorway with a creature resembling a cartoon dog from the 1930s, all black in color with rubber hose appearance. The image was captioned, "They're just like your favorite cartoons," which suggests that this is one of the many entities like Cartoon Cat, or simply another form the creature has taken. Then, on August 10th, a second image was released to the public captioned, "What they found in the dirt mall." The image shows the inside of a rundown shopping center with a full body view of Cartoon Cat approaching the camera. This is the first image of Cartoon Cat in its most recognizable form, with an all-black body, round head, cartoony features, and a lack of feet or tail. Then, 5 days later on August 15th, a third image was posted of the creature with the caption, "All the classics are coming back," featuring Cartoon Cat standing at the crossroad in the middle of the night. The picture looks to be taken from the inside of a vehicle, with the headlights being the only light source illuminating Cartoon Cat. Although, because of its height, only the legs and arms are visible, along with Cartoon Cat's head hanging down to the ground off to the side from the long rubber hose-like neck. This is the only image so far that shows the creature with its visible feet, which are simply shoe-like in appearance with no toes. On August 22nd, a fourth picture was released captioned, "For you, Anon." This image was another full-body view of Cartoon Cat, standing in front of an abandoned building, mouth wide open and swaying, and once again, lacking feet. On September 26th, a very disturbing picture of Cartoon Cat was posted, showing the creature standing in what looks like someone's house. The creature is much smaller here than in the previous images, but still taller than an average human being, with much larger teeth and large lips and gums in terrible condition. On October 10th, the Cartoon Cat fact sheet was released showing a close-up of Cartoon Cat reaching out towards its viewer with a huge grin full of yellow teeth dripped with blood, once again either due to the victim or bleeding gums. Beneath this profile pic is some text that apparently lists some facts about this mysterious entity, although most of it is blocked out with the black bars labeled redacted. Some less observed text reads, "Often founded, redacted, abandoned, redacted. Redacted showed from 1939, incredibly cruel, and is thought to be redacted." This suggests that Cartoon Cat is based on, or even possibly came from, an old cartoon from 1939, like the popular indie game Bendy and the Ink Machine. More info can be found on Trevor's replies to people's question on his Tumblr. In these, he states Cartoon Cat is the most dangerous monster in his collection. He also states Cartoon Cat is dangerous so much so that other monsters and creatures alike avoid the mystery dirt mall that is his lair as much as they can, if they know what's good for them. When asked why Cartoon Cat possesses such a trait, Trevor simply replied, "Unchecked limitations." Cartoon Cat is featured a lot in popular media such as YouTube and gameplay videos, short animation stories, etc. This is all that is currently known about Cartoon Cat. So, what do we know? Well, Cartoon Cat is a mysterious creature that apparently people don't want the information getting out. Hence, that's why there were so many redacteds, as we were saying, because the information was being redacted. We know that Cartoon Cat is known, and even Trevor Henderson said himself, that Cartoon Cat is one of the most dangerous monsters created in the Monsterverse, and that is saying something. So he may not even be a cat. He could possibly take any forms that he wants. Hence, like I said in the beginning, with Cartoon Dog. Cartoon Dog either could have been another version of Cartoon Cat, or it's possible that Cartoon Cat took the form of Cartoon Dog. We really don't know. That's how mysterious this creature is. But, how about we talk about the power and abilities of Cartoon Cat? So Cartoon Cat is vastly powerful and has a number of strange supernatural abilities, some of which includes high intelligence, super speed, abnormal strength, great eyesight, great sense of smell, great sense of hearing, shape-shifting, malleable form, can extend and contract limbs at will, teleportation, telepathy, and immortality. Cartoon Cat is said to have unchecked limitations, and it's been suggested more than once that he could be a demon or Satan himself. However, this isn't canon, and it hasn't been suggested that an exorcism or any religious defense can ward off the entity. So basically, he cannot be defeated, is what we know so far. With all these powers and super strength, great eyesight, and immortality, he's immortal. He cannot be stopped. Nothing can stop Cartoon Cat, so hopefully we don't run into him. Or you don't run into them, because you're not going to win this fight. At least that's what I believe. Who knows? Maybe there's someone out there. But there probably isn't anybody out there. So, suppose you're in a situation where you are with Cartoon Cat. How do you survive? Well then, how about we read the survival guide for Cartoon Cat. So, Cartoon Cat is extremely powerful and dangerous, and worse yet, doesn't seem to have any canon weaknesses. Cartoon Cat doesn't appear to be an animal type of monster such as Bigfoot, so it doesn't seem plausible to combat the entity with firepower and brute force. but nor does CC appear to be a spirit or goal, ruling out exorcism and religious defense. This begs the question, are there any weaknesses of Cartoon Cat at all? Well, it is commonly agreed that Cartoon Cat takes residence in abandoned buildings, including your typical haunted house and diplomatic mall outlet. It is highly advised that any would-be monster hunters avoid any and all possible hunting grounds of Cartoon Cat, as most fatalities will likely occur when individuals foolishly seek the entity and other cryptids out for fame and glory. Cartoon Cat is deemed extremely powerful and dangerous with unchecked limitations. However, for any individuals already in the presence of Cartoon Cat, escape is more feasible game plan rather than actually confronting the entity. Even then, that is no small task. Once Cartoon Cat is aware of your presence, which will happen almost instantly, the entity already has a major tactical advantage. With far superior capabilities to your own, you can be ambushed at any time, and you are pretty much entirely defenseless. However, even if you can't destroy Cartoon Cat, it would be possible to distract, stall, and impede the entity instead so you can make it out alive. Cartoon Cat isn't named for just its appearance and malleable form, but also due to its supernatural abilities. Its ability to extend and contract its limbs at will, the ability to teleport out of nowhere, and the ability to grow and shrink at will is not unsimilar to your typical 1930s era rubber hose cartoon character. Cartoon Cat conforms to its limitations, or lack thereof, of classic cartoons such as Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes, made for humorous entertainment of children at the expense of its character, which tends to suffer repeated beatings of all kinds without injury. This abnormal behaviors in these cartoons that go against our natural laws of physics and logics all falls under the rules of cartoon physics, which is a term describing a set of the unspoken rules for rubber hose animation adhered to by the big animations companies such as MGM, Warner Brothers, and even Disney, which is more known for their fairy tale animated movies that follow more conventional laws of physics, but also produces rubber hose cartoons such as the old Mickey Mouse episodes. The concept of cartoons physics had been observed as nearly as the 1920s. These rules were later on cataloged and published at Canon and Esquire magazines by Mark Doniel. Some famous rules include: any body suspended in space will remain in space until made aware of its situation. All principles of gravity are negated by fear. A spooky noise or an adversary's signature sound will induce motion upwards. Any body passing through solid matter will leave a perforation conforming to its perimeter. And most importantly and concerningly, any violent alterations of feline matter is impermanent. Cartoon cats have been alive than the traditional 9 can afford. They can be decimated, spliced, splayed, accordion, pleated, spinal, or disassembled, but they cannot be destroyed. Many of these rules are either unhelpful to your situation or just back up Cartoon Cat's power. However, if Cartoon Cat is really bound to these rules, then it may be possible to find something to turn against the entity. There's also a theory that suggests the Diff from Who Framed Roger Rabbit could actually work as a lethal attack on a Cartoon Cat, but this isn't guaranteed either. Generally, the best way to defeat or outsmart an enemy in the confrontation is to know their strengths and weaknesses. However, Cartoon Cat has been represented in several different medias, and being only a creepypasta character, with no actual canon story or weaknesses. People tend to take creative liberties and make up their own rules, and Cartoon Cat and other creepypastas have had this same treatment. If you can find context clues in your environment or behavior of Cartoon Cat in order to determine what set of rules and weaknesses apply to the entity, then you have a better chance of finding a way of escaping, outsmarting, or even defeating Cartoon Cat. So, I know that was a lot, but basically, you cannot defeat him, but there's a good chance you can at least try to outsmart him. I mean, he is intelligent for sure, but maybe there's just a way you can distract him and able to escape just in time. But basically what they're saying is you cannot defeat Cartoon Cat. You can't kill it. You can do anything you want, but it just won't die. It's kind of like Looney Tunes, like Looney Tunes, like they get hurt a lot, but they're always fine in the end. They can't die. That's just not how they work, and that's the same with Cartoon Cat. So let's talk about some facts. Well, fact number 1 is Cartoon Cat is a fictional supernatural entity by Canadian horror artist Trevor Henderson. Another fact that Trevor Henderson has described Cartoon Cats as malleable. Another fact that Trevor Henderson stated about Cartoon Cat is merely a physical representation of a far more powerful and incomprehensible being. Another fact is that Cartoon Cat is thought to be most similar to the 1930s silent cartoon Felix the Cat. Another fact is that the first picture released by Trevor about Cartoon Cat is captioned, "They're just like your favorite cartoons." By that, he means that Cartoon Cat might be luring children by being a combination of few or many cartoons from the black and white silent cartoon era, such as Felix the Cat, as overall appearance in the early Mickey Mouse for the white gloves. And of course, the last fact is, Cartoon Cat and Siren Head are usually related as coming from the void. While yes, this was a shorter episode today for you guys, there's still just so little we know about Cartoon Cat. I mean, honestly, that's scary. I mean, if you think about it, like, it's kind of like what they say, like, it is when you want to know how to defeat your enemy, you need to know the weakness of your enemy, right? However, the scary part is there doesn't seem to be a weakness for this enemy. The only thing you can do is just hopefully you get lucky enough to at least outsmart Cartoon Cat and escape from whatever situation you may be with him. However, it has been said by Trevor Henderson himself that Cartoon Cat is just a form of something more powerful than we can possibly understand, and that's kind of scary. But Cartoon Cat is definitely one of my favorite Trevor Henderson's monsters for sure. I mean, like, we got like Siren Head and Cartoon Cat. If there ever was a battle, I feel like that would be a really good battle. I don't know who will win. If you guys want me to do an episode about who I think will win, like Cartoon Cat versus Siren Head, just let me know. But anyways, guys, I know today was a short episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully this will get you to wonder who is more powerful, Cartoon Cat or Siren Head. And I hope you guys were able to understand and enjoy the origins of Cartoon Cat, so now we know enough about him. Make sure you hit the follow button on the podcast and subscribe to my channel and see if we can get this podcast and my YouTube channel growing. Having said all that, may God bless, and I'll see you for more Flacos Fun World Podcast.